Joining me now is Indy. Indy's the Managing Director of Fiducian Investment Management in Sydney. Now he's out here talking about some of his new funds which have done quite well in the Fund Source Awards. But first of all, I'd like to welcome you for coming along to our show today.
Thank you.
But also, you know, it's a company advisors in New Zealand wouldn't know too much about. Can you tell me what makes you different?
Well, we're a listed company in Australia. We've been going for about 21 years. And investments is one of the components of our business. We also have our own IT, so you can call us a fintech. We have our own platforms for administration, and we have our own financial planning business as well. So we have about almost $6 billion under advice, management, and investment. This is in Australian dollars.
Mm-hmm. And your investment management style?
Well, we're what we call manage the manager.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't believe that any individual is a hero or a genius. And we pick out those managers who we think are the best for our clients, and then we blend them together, and then we tilt and alter our exposure to them so that we can get the best possible returns for our clients.
And you were out here last year and you were talking about your India fund. Now that came, and the Fund Source Awards, that came second in
yes.
the international category.
And our technology came first.
Yeah, so we'll start with your Indian fund first, because that's the one you talked about first in the market.
Yes.
So why is India an attractive investment proposition?
Well, see, India starting from a low base. It's an emerging market. It's opened up its economy about 16 years after China. So it's absolutely grassroots. 1.3 billion population, a huge opportunity to develop. The companies there focus on India-centric. They're basically a captive audience they've got in India. There's not enough goods to go around. So the companies that are there are going to make an absolute bonanza once the country starts to grow and the GDP per capita rises above $1,700.
So we've just had an election here and we've got a new government. And in India, they had a new government 3 years ago. I understand that's making a huge difference.
Well, the difference in a way, I'm not quite sure about New Zealand politics and which way it's going, but the Indian government is quite capitalist and it's purely for growth and it wants investment-driven growth, not consumption-driven growth. And so there have been some sweeping reforms. They've got rid of about 1,200 old laws, some of them British laws, and they've now brought in lots of new things for the banking. They've got GST in. They've demonetized the big currency to root out corruption. I mean, there are huge reforms in the space of 3 years that you couldn't believe.
So it changes the investment case quite a lot, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And with your IT fund, now that came first in the awards, so you actually did very well there.
Yes. Technology, what I'd like to say is that you've got tax and death. They're certainties. The other certainty we're missing is technological improvement. And that is the one constant in our lives. By about 2050, the modeling says that humanity will not contribute at all to GDP growth. And it has to be productivity, which is purely technology. So if we as a developed country want to maintain our standards of living, we have to adopt that technology pretty quickly. What we like about technology is pure technology, the brain technologies, biotechnology, robotics, artificial intelligence, and nanotechnology.
And there's huge growth in those sectors.
Oh, phenomenal, absolutely. Particularly biotechnology. I mean, it used to cost $100 million in 2002 to sequence a gene or break down your genetic code. It now costs less than $1,000. So humanity, manpower can now, humans can understand the very building blocks of any living being on Earth and then alter those cells now. So biotechnology is pretty big. We're invested in companies that are involved in gene therapy. So you have diseases which are non-reversible like cancer or cystic fibrosis, Alzheimer's, dementia, and they're all genetic defects because your body's cells actually mutate. The new medication we're getting is non-invasive, it's not like chemo, but it can go and change your genetic code to actually repair your body.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable what's going to happen there.
It's a fascinating sector. Now, so you're based in Sydney.
Yes.
So what do you do with distribution in New Zealand?
Well, we've got a representative here in Heathcote, Investment Partners, a guy called Clayton Copplestone. And when we were coming here, Clayton said, look, bring something special to New Zealand. We got enough balanced funds and share funds and all that. And we felt that the two funds that had probably the highest probability of success would be the India fund and the technology fund. Now, India, definitely, you don't have to worry about it for 10 years. It's non-reversible. Technology is lifetime. It is to perpetuity. It will continue to evolve and continue to evolve till we can't do without it. So you can use that phone, Apple or an Android or whatever, or you can own the company that makes it.
Yeah, definitely. Look, thank you very much for your time, Indy, and I guess people can find Clayton pretty easily if they need to. So,
Oh, yes.
again, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Phil.
Cheers.